Welcome back to Gardeners Cottage in Blakeney. It's a beautiful sunny day, the birds are singing, and I'm just bringing you into the cottage to show you a little working tour of the cottage. The cottage is empty at the moment, so we've come over to do some work on the cottage, lots of jobs to do, general maintenance, tidying up, decorating, deep cleaning. You can see the dogs have come with us, there's lots of doggy paraphernalia and wellies of course. You always need to bring your wellies when you come to Blakeney if you want to walk. Anyway, I'm bringing you into the kitchen. So this is the kitchen at the cottage. It's a beautiful, beautiful sunny day. I've been doing some work. It's a really good opportunity when I come over to do some work and just to see what needs doing, write some to-do lists, and also just to take some photographs. It's such a beautiful day. I thought I'd bring you on a little tour. So this is the main entertaining space in the cottage. It has these two huge sofas and a coffee table here, and there's also a television, and people tend to move the sofas around to watch TV in here. I know I do. I like to move things around. There's also this huge table. It's really, really good. I love this table. It's really good for socialising and entertaining. What else am I going to show you? This old dresser base. Golly, we've had this forever. We bought this in an antique centre in Holt probably about 20 years ago. And it's exactly as we bought it. It's not been restored, but we just love it. We love its chippy paint. It's just, I don't know, it just tells a story. And so we've made this into a sort of coffee area because we love our coffee. You can see it needs a bit of a clean up at the coffee corner. What else? We've got this really old antique plate rack in here as well, and we've filled it with blue and white china. I'm going to need to keep an eye out for some more blue and white china on my travels because some of it is getting a little bit worn. For example, that one. That's definitely seen better days. I think the problem is some of this china doesn't go through the dishwasher as well as others. That one's definitely seen better days. I think I might need to take this one out. So it's a really good opportunity when we come over to the cottage like this. We stay a couple of nights and just find out what needs doing. Because sometimes you need to stay in a property to know what needs doing. For example, we've done quite a lot this week. I'm just showing you my cookery book collection on the shelf down here. But you find what's broken. For example, we've had to have the Aga repaired. And if we hadn't been staying here, we probably wouldn't have realised it was not working properly. Because I noticed it was quite noisy. The fan in the Aga was very, very noisy. And then the next day, we found we couldn't cook on it. And what had happened is the fan had gone completely. This is a night storage Aga, and when the fan goes on a night storage Aga, although the Aga still feels hot because it's still heating up, the hobs and the ovens aren't hot enough to cook on. So you find your cooking takes much longer than it should. So the Aga repairman's been out and he's fixed it. And so now we're back to cooking on high, which is good. We've brought the dogs with us, as you can see. This is their bed and their toys. They're out in the garden at the moment having a play. They're very quiet actually, which is always a little bit worrying. I'm just going to take you and have a peek in the garden, see what they're up to. We're experimenting at the moment with this electric log burner in here. I'm not sure if it's going to stay. The only problem is, I think, with it, it's too easy to leave it switched on and forget about it, which will obviously cause us problems with our electricity bills. But we are experimenting with it at the moment. Oh, look, somebody wants to come in. This is the problem, isn't it? Look at I'm going to have to clean the windows. And there's the other two. I don't know if you can see them. The dogs absolutely love this garden. They're having a really good run around. And Ted says, it's cold out here. Let me in. Come on, Ted, let's let you in. Come on, in you come. I'll just take you out and see if we can see what they're doing. I've lost track of them. I think Mike's actually out there, so I'm going to come back in. Anyway, this is the cottage garden. It completely surrounds the house, and the gardens are fully enclosed. We've actually doubly enclosed them now to make them better for the dogs, so you can keep an eye on them. They can't run around the entire house. Before, they could literally run around the whole house, so you didn't always know where they are. But now the back garden's fully enclosed. The side garden is enclosed separate from the back garden, and the courtyard garden is also completely enclosed. So these have been projects we've worked on in the last 12 months to improve the gardens. So we've put a little gate in here. So if you have young dogs or puppies, this has been brilliant with the puppies. When they were really young, it meant we could just put them out into this little area and they couldn't get into any mischief. It's also be good with little young children. I have wondered whether to put a sand pit in here, but I think actually all that would happen is dogs and cats would dig in it, so it probably wouldn't be a good idea. Okay, I love this room. I love working in this room. We've got really good internet here. I think we've either got business broadband or fibre optic broadband. I can't remember which one it is, but I absolutely love to work here because the light is really, really good and it's a nice, warm, cosy house. Anyway, I'm going to just take you on a little tour. You may have seen my house tours before. I'll link the other house tours in the at the end of the video or in the description if you want to watch all of them. So I'm just showing you a different view of the kitchen. It's got 2 fridges. It's got the Smeg fridge freezer and it's also got the large French Arga fridge freezer at the other end of the room. That one, which is fantastic fridge freezer. So we're going through into the snug. And the fire is lit. Oh, and this is another lovely room. I love this room. Again, the sun streams into this room. Mike's keeping an eye on the puppies for me. And here's what I was talking about before with the gates. So we've gated the back garden now. This was done last week. And it gives you that extra level of sort of not worrying where the dogs have gone or the children have gone. I think it will be really, really good with young children particularly. I've got lots of plants growing here because it's such a sunny room. It's a good room to bring plants on in. I might actually bring some of my orchids over here. I think they'd love it here. And I absolutely love this view. Through to the next cottage, which is the most beautiful thatched cottage. Absolutely one of my favourite cottages, one of my favourite views in the village. It's probably one of the oldest cottages in the village as well. So the plants love this room. As you can see, they're absolutely thriving. The spider plant's loving it and the money plants. I need to probably get a bit more variety. My husband loves to propagate money plants because they're so easy. This is a really lovely cosy room. We've got a couple of dog sort of mats. These are amazing, these mats. They sort of absorb wet and dirt and they're our mats. We put them out for our dogs. So it's a really cosy little snug with a log burner and the log burner's lit. We normally burn wood on the log burner, but as we wanted to keep it going overnight, because it was quite a cold night last night, we've actually got some colite and we put some colite on it. So I'll just open it up and give you a look. Yeah, so that it's burning really nicely. And you don't have to put very much colite on it. It's really good. It keeps it going for ages. Anyway, shut it up. Must remember to put a bit more on later. So this is a wonderful cozy room to read a book or watch a film. I love this room. It's one of my favourite rooms in the house. Ted's quite liking it too, aren't you? Good boy. We have throws on our sofas to keep them clean because that cottage is let as a holiday let. So it's let to families and families with dogs. So we find that this is the best way to keep the sofas clean, and also it makes for a more relaxing holiday, I think, if you're not constantly having to worry about the children or the dogs dirtying the furniture. Anyway, we've trained our dogs to sit on the mats. Where should we take you next? There's lots of DVDs in here, so you can have a good film night. I love a film night. Okay, this is back in the entrance hall. Now I'm going to take you there's a little cupboard under the stairs, which is great for storing high chairs and travel cots. I'm just going to take you around the corner, put some lights on. So, and this is the downstairs bathroom. I'm just having a look what jobs I need to do. What do I need to do in here? This is looking pretty good. Oh, I must remember to water that plant. I've forgotten about that. It's just themed, the bathroom's themed on sort of coastal Blakeney theme. We've been collecting these little seals because Blakeney's famous for its seal, for Blakeney Point and the seal trips. I've got some more grey seals down here. This is definitely the seal bathroom. And there's a picture of a Blakeney seal trip. Although I think they don't overload the boats quite as much as that, hopefully. So I'm going through now into the downstairs master bedroom. The house has 5 bedrooms and 2 of which are downstairs, 3 upstairs. And this is probably the biggest downstairs bedroom with this 4-poster in. And mahogany 4-poster and mahogany bedside, marble top bedsides. It has a big wardrobe and a little dressing table. And then it also has this huge ensuite. Do I need to do any jobs in here? As I go around, I'm just looking at what needs doing. Yes, I think we need to do some repainting, because you can see here the knots in the wood start to show through, which is a bit of a pain. It makes the wood look dirty, even though the wood isn't dirty. Wonder if when we did the work on the house, we didn't seal the knots. Although even when you do use a knot sealant, it's still problematic. The house hasn't actually been professionally cleaned yet. As we're coming in to do maintenance, I've cleaned the house, but the cleaners haven't been in. So I've just cleaned the areas that we're using. But actually, the guests have left it very clean. It's looking good. I love this collection of pictures of the geese at this time of year. The geese are just wonderful in North Norfolk. I think there's record numbers here this year, but they are starting to leave now. But it's been a record-breaking year this year for geese on the North Norfolk coast. I love this little porthole mirror, and I absolutely love this fabric, this blue poppy vintage curtains. So there's a view of the front drive. We have parking for up to 5 cars. And again, the pictures are all sort of themed on boats and coast, although that is actually Cornwall, and wildfowl, which Blakeney in North Norfolk is famous for. And there's another picture here. I think this may be Wells. I'm not actually sure. It was bought locally at auction. I think that is Wells. Okay, I'm going through into the second of the downstairs bedrooms. Oh, I think Mike's making a cup of tea. Is that? Oh, coffee. Oh, even better, actually. I think I might prefer tea. So this isn't set up yet. The bed is not made up. There's no bedding on the beds at the moment, apart from the one we're staying in, because it's all gone to the laundry. The bedding will be put in fresh for the next guests. And this bedroom is a nice bedroom. It is a good size, and it has a little snug area with a bookcase and a television. Golly, I keep remembering to bring more books over, but then I seem to forget. I'm going to do some decluttering, I think. I think this notice board is in the wrong place, so that might either go, or it might get moved to a different location. And again, the pictures are all themed on North Norfolk coast and the Norfolk boards. And they're predominantly by local artists, but actually a lot of these are by Peter Scott. They're not originals, they are vintage prints. I love a Peter Scott print. I think he did a lot of paintings of East Anglia. And these again are local of North Norfolk. These are photographs. If you're familiar with North Norfolk, you'll know it's famous for its wildfowl and also for its spectacular coastline. Beautiful beaches, beautiful unspoilt beaches, and sailing. Whoops, tripping over the bathroom scales. Not sure what they're doing there. This bedroom's lovely because it opens onto the little courtyard garden. We've done quite a lot of work in that recently, tidying up, so it's looking pretty good. Although I do need to do some weeding. I can spot that little thing on the, it's full of weeds, so I need to, actually that should probably come in. It's not fully hardy, I don't think. It's got little succulents in. You can see it's an absolutely beautiful blue sky day. Couldn't ask for better in January, really, could we? We've been really lucky with the weather. Right, the utility room is looking a little different to usual, and that's because there's lots of work going on. When we stay here with our dogs, we do crate them overnight, just because 2 of them are very young. Although I'm not sure what to do with these baskets. I think these may be surplus to requirements, and we've lost the liner for that one, so they may need decluttering. I'm also doing lots of laundry. I'm washing the sofa throws while we're here. This is the dog's towel here. And my husband is currently filling. We have quite a lot of cracks that appear. So he's working on the filler at the moment. I also need to reorganise this. This is, people have put the high chairs and travel cots here, but really these would be better going under the stairs. So I think what we need to do is clean out under the stairs and put these back where they belong. So it's basically a tidy up the cottage weekend, and also tidy up the cottage garden weekend. I've spotted lots of jobs in the cottage garden. If you'd like to see a tour of the cottage garden, the cottage actually has its own YouTube channel, which is called Gardeners Cottage Blakeney. And if you pop onto there, you can watch my latest cottage garden tour. And I'll talk you through the projects that we're working on in the garden. Just give you another peek through there. Oh, Ted's not moving, is he? He's happy. He's a good boy, isn't he? Sat on his mat. I'm sure when my back's turned, he's going to sneak up on that sofa. But so far, so good. Right, we're going upstairs in the cottage now. Again, we'll works, a lot of works in progress. Here's one of the holes. I don't know why we end up with a hole there, but I think it's the nail holes, potentially. So here's one of the cottage bathrooms. There's not too much to do in here. Just pop the toilet seat down. I've got a little bit of work to do on the shower. There's some discoloration to the grout. So I'll need to get a grout bleacher on there, I think, and the toothbrush probably. This does happen periodically and I have to do it regularly. But otherwise, it's looking pretty good in here. I love this sort of 1970s picture of Blakeney Quay. This photograph's absolutely beautiful. And then we have some little shell collections. Just picked these up in local charity shops. I just thought they were cute. So where are we going next? This is another of the upstairs bedrooms. Well, this is the first of the upstairs bedrooms. This is actually the smallest of the upstairs bedrooms. It has a double bed and a single bed. The cottage is really popular with families. I've just been looking at our forward bookings and we have quite a lot of big families booked in. And quite often young children prefer to sleep with their parents. Hence the single beds in quite a few of the bedrooms. I don't know if you can see anything. It's an incredibly sunny day. This is one of the most sunny bedrooms at this time of day. So it has a blind and curtains. Oh, I can see the puppies are having a lovely time running around the garden. And again, we sort of got some more coastal pictures in here. Although I haven't actually got many pictures in this room because there isn't actually that much wall space. So here's another little repair that's in progress. So my husband's filling these holes or cracks that appear where the nails have gone into the plasterboard. And then he will paint it when it's dried. This is the family bedroom. Again, we've just got bed throws, keep covering the beds up at the moment. They're not made up. The sheets and the duvet covers will be put on just before the next guest's arrival. Another little hole that he's filled. I wonder if you've seen that bit under there. Clearly the bed's been scratching the ceiling. It is you are in the roof space here. This is quite a cottagey room, although it is actually a really good sized bedroom. It looks out over the garden. I think I need to get the window cleaner booked in actually. That's another job I need to add to my to-do list, as the windows are definitely ready for wash. That's the good advantage of a sunny day, isn't it? You notice what needs doing. You notice if your windows need a clean. This room has a king size bed and 2 large singles. And then it has views into the little courtyard garden and across to the high street in Blakeney. Whoops, I don't think I can give you a view of the high street. There's a public car park there and also a residence car park. Oh, I must remember to shut the window. Don't want to let all that lovely heat from the log burner out. Let's do it while I'm in here. Where are we going next? I'll switch the fan off. The fans come on automatically as the lights come on. So there's another view of Blakeney High Street. As I've said before, probably the quietest high street in the UK, mainly pedestrian traffic, and a view across the rooftops of Blakeney. So this is a lovely little area on the top of the stairs. Nice area to sit, really good mobile reception there. So we're staying in this bedroom at the moment. So obviously our stuff is here. When we're not here, we just lock our stuff away in a lockable cupboard. But when we like to come and stay in the cottage regularly to make sure that everything is as it should be. So I'm just giving you a view. There's a neighbouring cottage here and a view through the trees, and the sea is just over there. So you walk way down from the cottage, about a 5-minute walk, and you're on Blakeney Quay. It's a really nice walk. It's not busy. There's not much hardly any traffic at all because we're on a private lane. So it's just a really lovely location in the centre of Blakeney. I'm not sure there's much that needs doing in here. This is just our bedding that we brought with us. So this room also has a single bed, and it has a little ensuite bathroom, which again is full of my stuff at the moment. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of shampoo. I do like my shampoo roulette. We've been using this wonderful product that I bought in a local haberdashery shop. What do you call a shop that sells these sort of things? It was in a famous shop in Sheringham called Blythe and Wrights, which sell everything you possibly want for the house. And I think I bought this here, the foaming limescale remover. And wow, look at that. We've used it on this, and wow, can you see how shiny it is? I need to remember to buy this. It's fantastically effective. Right, the shower cubicle has dried out. I always use, when you clean the shower, I always use one of these to get the water off the screen. So you can see it keeps the shower cubicle nice and clean if you do that regularly. I do need to get some bleach, I think, on the grout. It's a little discoloured. But it's not too bad. There's not too many jobs to do. I always like to hang up my clothes on the back of the door, ready for the tomorrow. Oh my goodness, I love this little old hanger. What make is it? It's such a cute thing. I just love it. I think it came with the house. It's a great little hanger. Anyway, I think that's probably it for now. I'm not sure I've got anything else to show you. Let me just have a think. Oh, I'll just show you the pictures on the stairs going down. I'd quite like to take you in the garden, actually. Would you like to come in the garden? Should we go in the garden and see what the dogs are up to? These are little prints that I bought at auction. Let's go in the garden. It's lovely and sunny. Listen to the birds. So this is the fencing that I've been telling you about that now separates the rear garden and the side garden. The puppies are having a little squabble over there. I think I'm going to have to go and referee. Anyway, just thought I'd finish by giving you a little view of the cottage garden and the naughty puppies. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying the videos. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.